in Cody, Wyoming. This is part 2 of this trip. We're in our RV as our Harley Davidson was destroyed by a tornado. We've come from Middle Tennessee, and today we're heading for Yellowstone. Way up here, it's a very remote. We scouted it out the other day, found a great campsite about 10 miles from Yellowstone, I guess. So that's where we're headed now. Trying to take some video while driving. Let's get some of this countryside. It's awesome. Beautiful along here. Oh, we're pulling into the campground now. Look at this above him. What a spot. Unbelievable place here. Well, here we are. We are in a campground called Rex Hale. In the back of us here is the Shoshone River. We got a spot backs up to the river. This is, I don't even think we have any utilities here at all, but at least it is a campsite, and it's awesome here. So right here's the camper, and then you have this spot coming down here where you have your picnic table, a grill. I think that's a bear box there where you put your food in, keep away from the bears. I can hear the river. I'm gonna walk on down there. Can't see the river too good down there, but you can sure hear it. Quite a remote spot, and we're about 20 miles from Yellowstone. So that's where we're gonna head. They've been having fires since long before man got in here. Well, we are in Yellowstone, as you can tell by the conversation. There's some snow up on some of these mountains.
Stop it. You'd be in the middle.
Well, here's a big old buffalo. Looks like he's fixing to come out on the road. I think he'd go the other way. It's Yellowstone, of course. Sunday, July 16, I think. Alright, this is the Yellowstone River. And in a little while we're going to see, as this river makes its way through a canyon, this spectacular gorge. Unbelievable. It's the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Well, we are getting ready to see some canyon views. And at this point, you can hear the roaring of something down there. So we're getting ready to see what it is. So here we go. We're fixing to see this. Oh my goodness. You should see that. Wow. Unbelievable. Jeez. And this is the falls off of the Yellowstone River. Okay, this is called Artist's Point. It's the Upper Falls. It is a photo favorite, so I can't tarry here too long. It's just amazing. This view, though, just amazing. Oh, and then this is from another vantage point. You can see the actual gorge better here. I guess you can't do any better than just hold the camera right here and just look at it. This gorge, it's one of those things, pictures do not do it justice. You can't get the depth of it. Okay, here's yet another picture of the gorge. It is so far down there, you just can't understand how steep these sides are.
So yeah, the views up the canyon are spectacular, but from up here you get views down just yellow. Yeah, you gotta do it.
Oh, and the wind is really blowing up here. Oh my gosh. This is the picture. This is at the top. That gorge is. This is the best picture of the gorge. This is it right here. Unbelievable. Water coming through that canyon. It's windy up here. Wow. And then on the other side of this walkway is, here the river continues on down the gorge, way down there. Okay, I don't know if I got that or not. This gets kind of confusing to find all the overlooks. So this one's called Brink of Upper Falls, and it's got upper, middle, and lower, and this is the North Rim. And each overlook requires a little bit of walking, but not far. It's really not far down to these overlooks. And today is like 77 degrees. There's a breeze blowing. It's not even hot. It's just a beautiful day. Lots of people, a lot of international people at these places. Well, this is the brink of the Upper Falls. So we're working our way up. Okay, back there I said we were working our way up. No, we are working our way down. And there is one more level down there to see. This is the midpoint. It is really rushing. Wow, this is part way down to this lower brink. Quite a few steps down here. This is only halfway down. Alright, this is the lower portion of the upper brink. Man, you're down here right on the water. You can see it just, oh gosh, it's powerful, it's swift, it's wide even. It's unbelievable. Beautiful. Here's the water pouring over the falls. It's really kind of scary standing this close. You don't want to trip or you don't want to drop your phone. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, now for the steps back up. Okay, this last overlook that I'm doing, I got most of them. This is called the Grand View. It's a beautiful walkway. Here's part of it. We're going to wait till we get to the choice spot. Can't believe I'm the only one up here right now. I'd really rather prefer a bunch of people. Those other overlooks was totally crowded. Man, I am the only one up here. Canyon varies from 800 to 1,200 feet in depth, 15 to 4,000 feet in width. Length is 24 miles. Okay, here's some people coming. That's good for me. Well, here is the Grand View. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to lift my camera. I don't even want to get any closer to that rock. Look at that. And it's a little windy up here.
That's where everybody is?
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, you see all the people?
It's a real canyon. And you cannot understand how far down that is. Well, I couldn't leave Yellowstone without seeing, it's called the Grand Prismatic Pool. I'll continue to get more up here. I was here before and I never walked back here to do this, so it's a little bit of a walk up here, but it's supposed to be prismatic, meaning different color, kind of a phenomenon. So let's see what's on up ahead. Well, what it is, it's, you have this here and then you have this big walkway that goes on around, makes a huge loop. I guess you find the other, need to read this. I feel the heat from this up here.
How hot do you think this water is?
All right, I've made the loop around. Pretty river. It's a bridge across coming on up here. This beautiful day. Buck literally dropped me off on the highway, and I walked down the hill a little bit to get over here because the traffic was so steep. Now to find the car and him. Yes, it's that hot water coming down into the river. Well, we have spent the day at Yellowstone, and now we are out of the park finally, and we're at the Shoshone National Forest. It follows the Shoshone River. It is just a beautiful area. There's like 8 to a dozen campsites along this road. They're pretty, shall I say, rustic, and ours. So this is on the way back to our campsite. Maybe the last night for us will be heading for home tomorrow, probably. But what a trip it has been. So if you've ever wanted to visit the Absaroka, I think that's the way you say that, mountains in Wyoming, you definitely should come and see it. It's just absolutely beautiful, especially in this Shoshone National Forest. Well, this is July 18, 2023. We are at the Fountain of Youth RV Park in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Called Thermopolis because of the thermal activity here. So these are hot pools, and that is very warm. I took a dip in it last night just to see what it was. And as you go on down, the source of it is down here. Now, this says 4 feet there. Now when you get down to this part, I don't know what the cooling pond, oh, it's cooling as it comes its way down. No swimming, very hot water. And that water is hot too. It's called cooling because when it starts up there, they work its way on down to that end to where it's cooled enough that you can get in it. Okay, here's an explanation. Sacagawea well, Sacagawea, I don't know how I'm saying that wrong, I guess. A well was drilled in 1918, and they discovered this hot springs. It's 130 degrees. Says 1,370,000 gallons per 24 hours. That's amazing. And here's the source of it up here. This right here says extremely hot, no swimming. And it comes from this source right here. Right here is the source. I don't know, maybe they have a pump going on there but Boy, it does not have such a good smell. It's a sulfur smell. But the way I understand it, I mean, here's where all the water actually comes from. They've got it pooled around here, going through these pools and these little like levees all the way down there to where it's cool enough to get into. But at this point up here, it's too hot to get into. Oh, that's just gushing out of there. A lot of water that goes on down there. Well, they call Thermopolis, Wyoming, the largest thermal hot springs in the world. Wasn't a bad place. They did have some trees around. You can tell it was probably a pretty nice place in its day from the looks of some of the buildings and things that they had going on, but we had full service here and it wasn't a bad place to stay. Well, we just came out of Thermopolis and this is Wind River Canyon. I've gotten video of this before, but it is beautiful. It's an Indian reservation that goes through this canyon. Just absolutely beautiful through here. Follows the, I believe that's the Shoshone River again. We've sure seen a lot of that river. Stayed on it, in fact. One thing traveling in this motorhome, it's a bus, I can sure get a good view up here. This is just a beautiful canyon. You really would feel like you want to get every inch of it. Follows a railroad track over there. justice, you can't imagine how steep and massive these rock walls are, the mountains. And of course, cutting through all this rock, you always have tunnels. This one got 3 tunnels. note to self with that sign, Boise State Park. Looks like it might be a possibility to stay at some time if you were over here. You have to find a campground that holds this bus. Well, it looks like there might be some rain ahead of us here. We are on the way to Cheyenne on I-80. It's been hot and dry and just blue skies.
I-25.
We're on I-25?
Yes.
Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. So, a rain would be welcome. Well, we rolled on to Nebraska, where we stopped at Sidney, where you will find the headquarters for Cabela's. And behind the store, they have a beautiful and immaculate RV park, where we enjoyed this awesome sunset before a storm. Isn't that cool? Oh my God. Wow, what an evening sitting here outside the camper. This is in Sydney. This lightning and these thunderhead clouds are just awesome. Wow, God's gift to us tonight. Beautiful sunset, and now this. Ooh, there was a... We might not need to be sitting out here.
Yeah, but that could be 20 miles from us, you know.
And there's a cool breeze blowing here. Oh, it just feels so... Well, after a cozy night in the RV the next morning, when we left out, did we head for the main highway? Nope, that's not how Buck rolls. He always finds the back road, no matter what condition it is. Well, we are coming out from Sidney, Nebraska. We are on a dirt road. You can see there's nothing out here. Farm. People looking for a Highway 19 that goes down into Colorado. So, kind of lost, but it's okay, I guess. Well, we couldn't figure this one out. What was this guy doing? He was out here all by himself. There was literally no traffic around. Okay, we are at the Triple J RV Park. It's the next morning. We stayed here last night. It is in Russell, Kansas. This pretty much tells the story. A map, a fly swatter, and the open road. Well, here comes the bridge in Memphis crossing the Mississippi River. July 21, 2023. We've been on the road for 3 weeks now since June 30th. Fixing to see the big town of Memphis up here. And probably be home tomorrow. I think we're going to stay one more night. So it has been a long trip all the way out to Yellowstone from Middle Tennessee. Back there's the sign to Nashville. There's the river. Catch it before some of these truckers get in the way. There's the famous pyramid you see in Memphis. It is Bass Pro Shop now, I believe. Okay, this is our last night before we get home because it was just too late to get home before dark. So we are in a rest area. I am out here in my house slippers and my nightgown. And right there's a truck, and there's a truck, and right there's our place. And it's sprinkling rain on me now too. This is a real nice rest area north of Nashville. It's well lit. Got the trash, got the picnic tables, got a sidewalk. It's real nice and clean here, and some people down there are sleeping in a SUV, and we're at least sleeping in our own bed. So this is pretty cool. July 21, 2023, our last night before we get home tomorrow. Well, our last stop is a truck wash in Nashville. Okay, here we go. It's our turn. Boy, these guys are ready with their brushes, and there's a whole team of them. Man, they get on it quick, too.